Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel.
Good morning.
And we are going to start on our storm damage repair. And we got some, what's that, Norway spruce up on the deck?
Norway spruce.
And some of it's kind of nasty, but it'll make beautiful purlins.
Yeah.
And
priority right now.
That's our priority. So we're going to go ahead and get up in the cab here. I'm going to fire the old machine up here, and it's going to be weird. I can't really use the laser because the sunlight just washes it out. It's too bright in here. So
as long as you're not cutting slabs this thick.
Yeah, exactly. We're good. So let's get started, and here we go.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right, and my camera mount swelled up in the rain, so I had to go out there and do some work on it. So if the camera don't turn once in a while, please forgive me. And we're going to saw for the first time in the sunlight since we put the tin on the roof. And we're going to wake the doggies up from their nap. And I think the doggies had a nightmare when they seen the roof blowing off. So we're just going to cut one log just to give you a little bit of a video here. So I can't really use the laser because the sunlight. These logs went on so crooked. Yeah, he's gonna have to cook it. Yeah, these went on the deck so darn crooked that it's no fun. And if I keep running that chain up, I might just end up with a bigger mess. Now one's in the cradle. Let Eddie get out of the way. The next one's 16 foot long. We're not going to saw it today. We're just going to do one. All right. That kind of takes care of that problem. All right, let's get going here. I do have the laser on, and it is giving me a bit of a sight on the side there. So let me pull up a little bit here. I want to get this log in position. I got to back up the knees a little bit more. We got to throw some taper out. And the good news is it's a little cloudy out. So let me put my taper out on the back just a little bit. And I think we're good to go. Let's use the master dog. There we go. Sometimes it takes a minute to get her started. Let's just make an opening cut. And my camera, like I said, I'm playing around with my mount. I did not move that set works on my number one. I got to adjust that too. I'm still cutting them pellet slats. All right, now we can take a full board. I want to take a measurement on this. I just bumped the set works up a little bit. See what we got here, guys. Give me a second. go about it, almost 1 5/8. That will work. So let's finish sawing this log up. And it's starting to rain a little bit. Well, there's the first purlin for a new roof. All right, let's put this down on the blocks. Get rid of that top. Yeah, this is some good lighting today. Taper this one too. There we go. Yeah, we got a good enough hold of it. And I can see a little bit of a laser, so let's just start there. That rod that we talked about on that last video. But we're going to need a lot of 8-foot stuff. Look at the ants. I'm going to take a full one off, and then we'll work on getting a 12.5 or 12.25. All right, let's put the taper away. Right, Bill Ellis? And I'd really like to thank everybody for your kindness. It just humbles me. So many people would send us super thanks and wanting to help us. It just really humbles you. But we'll come back. We'll come back strong. I'm going to see if Mr. Laser will show up. I see it on the leaf. Oh, let's start somewhere in there. Working it down. So I got a face. Woo! We're calling for more storms today. I'm going to take a double here. Be able to get a 2x6 out of there. blade down with oil when we're done, just to, there we go, that's what I wanted, 12 1/4. Give Eddie a second to get out of the way there. Logs turn out nicer than I thought. All right. Yeah, the damage could have been way, way worse. So, you know, sometimes you got to be thankful during a disaster. All right. I just want to get enough face to edge out 6 inches. Yeah, when you take things for granted, when they're gone, they're gone. I can see my lasers out because when that roof got all blown around up there, it probably readjusted it for me, so I gotta do some work on that. No big deal though, it's all little stuff. And I'll saw it down close to 6 and see where we end up with. And I'll just lay them down. See what a full set does. If it goes down to 5 1/2, I'm okay with that. Yeah, 5 3/4. That'll be just fine. All right, let's lay it down and start cutting some. Because the 2x6 is really 1.5 by 5 1/2 today. Sometimes I've seen them down below that. Front taper walked down on me a little bit. We'll be all right. Let's see where we're at. I got the flicker on it. Let's see if it's still in tune. No, it's nowhere near. Go to my 12 1/4. That's where it should be, right there. There it is. We want these as accurate as possible. going to take me too far, so let's just go down to... Well, that should be pretty darn close. Let's see what it looks like. I think we're good. Then he will stack them and whack them. That's a little bit off. When you're sawing down like that, things tend to move on you. We're at 12 1/4, so let's just go down to our 6. Okay. Got a pretty good yield out of that log. I'm happy. All right, everybody, we'll catch you here at the end.
Deal with any old order that came down the line. There's a swing song drops on, cuts up the slabs in time, and makes a firewood starter out of all the scraps. The operator looks like ZZ Top. We call him Mr. ZZ Chop, ZZ Chop. So ZZ Chop, he was never a sharp-dressed man, with his overalls and tank tops and forever farmer's tan. He kept the port to run free, kept the load on the eddy. ZZ wasn't there. Oh, he was surely missed. Eddie had 2 jobs, so the slower that they went, he had to unload, run the swing saw all at once, and Mark had to slow the pace. Well, the time spent. When ZZ showed up, they almost hugged him. Needed was the word, but missed was the define. ZZ's beard was long, and dangerous round all that sawing. Tie that man back, ZZ, before it sucked in. ZZ Shop was never a sharp dressed man. With his overalls and tank tops and forever farmer's tan. He kept the boys running clear, kept the load off Eddie.
And there it is, the first of our many purlins that we need to fix our roof. I think we ended up with what, 20 out of that log?
20 pieces.
And that's amazing. And that rot really surprised me. It went away. I thought that we were going to have
it looked deep.
I thought we were going to have a really bad log on our hands, but yeah, it ended up to be 1 5/8 thick, and when it shrinks down, it'll be probably about 1 9/16, and that'll be perfect.
3 1/4 inch spike in it.
And what's nice about this Norway spruce, it is fairly dry.
Yeah, it is a dry cut.
Yeah, these logs have been down for a little while, so I'm not really worried about, a lot of people say you shouldn't build with green lumber, but we did this building with it, and it took an 80-some-mile-an-hour gust of wind to do it in. But that wall between the band mill and us is what caused the...
Wind came in at almost 100 miles an hour and couldn't go anywhere.
And it went straight up.
It didn't move my apron.
Yeah, your apron, everything inside the mill building did not move. If that wall was not there, it would have come through here and wouldn't have touched nothing.
No.
But,
oh well.
Making sure my mic's on here. But hey, thanks for coming along, and you're going to be having a lot more of these just little random videos, and I got a lot more time on my hands now. So
you do have a lot of time.
Yes,
congratulations.
Thank you, Mark.
Very happy for you.
Yep. So, and this is my new full-time job. So,
all right. Way to start.
All right. Hey, hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a like if you liked it. That really helps the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing.
And make sure you go
over and check out Eddie. Time with the Eddie Horvath.
His shirt.
And he did that drone camera.
Oh yeah.
And you'll get to see
fin on my shirt.
You'll get to see the damage from up above. So, all right, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one.
All right. Thank you.
Bye bye.